you did a really great job throughout your undergraduate time frame of securing those summer internships. You're at Copley Equity Partners, and then at MBF Healthcare Partners, and then at William Blair for the ultimate junior year internship. So you did a great job securing internships that really seemed to set you up for success.
I definitely kept busy my freshman, sophomore, and early part of my junior year at school. I think what comes before the internships is resume prep, cover letter prep, obviously applying, but then there's kind of the second tier behind all your finance classes of things that I view as equally as important. And so obviously having the stamp of approval that you study finance at school is important, but behind it there was the case competitions, whether that
Hmm.
was the Harvard Global Case Comp, or the William Blair Investment Banking Case Comp, or all of those where you had tangible work product to ultimately that's how I actually got one of mine, which I'll get to this story in a little bit.
Yeah.
But being able to produce tangible work product that's a PowerPoint presentation, and a model that's allows you the ability to demonstrate your technical capacity at a young age before you really have anything to actually show an employer, I think goes a lot farther than someone as a sophomore may realize. So it was the case competitions, it was the financial modeling course that I took with Adventus. That was a large portion of what actually enabled me to go be successful in these case competitions, and ultimately kind of lend itself nicely to all the technical preparation that you needed to do for more so the investment banking summer internship. It definitely really, helped itself when you think about the 500 question guide for junior summer investment banking. Like when you've been in the model and you've taken the course with Adventus, you obviously, have the luxury of having done versus, kind of theorizing about. And so that's one thing that was also super helpful. And I think everyone who ultimately tries to pursue a career in private equity or banking knows the importance of like the networking and the mentorship that is both helpful but needed. I had a really solid slate of probably five or six folks at Miami of Ohio who both stuck their neck out for me, at different banks that they worked at, or, when they were seniors coming back to that bank, were really instrumental to my, kind of recruiting process on campus, and we're happy to pick up the phone at any time. Yeah, obviously, as well as just completing, a plethora of these networking calls to, investment banking analysts, associates, VPs.